Good afternoon. I'm glad that you've chosen to spend some time studying the Bible with us today. Today we're looking at Mark chapter 6, verses 45 through 52. Immediately he made his disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side, to Bethsaida, while he dismissed the crowd. And after he had taken leave of them, he went up on the mountain to pray. And when evening came, the boat was out on the sea, and he was alone on the land. And he saw that they were making headway painfully, for the wind was against them. And about the fourth watch of the night he came to them, walking on the sea. He meant to pass by them, but when they saw him walking on the sea, they thought it was a ghost, and cried out, for they all saw him and were terrified. But immediately he spoke to them and said, "Take heart, it is I, do not be afraid." And he got into the boat with them, and the wind ceased, and they were utterly astounded, for they did not understand about the loaves, but their hearts were hardened. So Jesus had just fed the 5,000 men plus women and children, and this wonderful miracle. And then he had sent the disciples on. And, you know, we kind of go back a little ways and we see after he had sent the disciples out to do their ministry, their first experiment without him, they came back and they were telling all these wonderful things they had done. And he told them to come away by yourselves to a desolate place and rest a while. So that's from verse 31. He knew that they needed, after this great spiritual victory, they needed a time of repose where they could kind of regroup spiritually. And so then it's no surprise he's done this great miracle, and now he wants time on his own. You know, if Jesus thought it was valuable and necessary for times of quiet prayer and contemplation with the Father, how much more do we need that? How much more do we need to set aside regular time, daily time, to just kind of reset and hear from our Heavenly Father what He would have us to do for the day, and to just commune with Him. We need that as well. While he was doing that, he looked out and he saw the disciples on the Sea of Galilee, and they were having all sorts of trouble. Storm had come up, things were bad. So he walks out to them on the water. Mark tells us this so matter-of-factly, and of course, you know, very smart people will say, "Oh, that couldn't happen." To which I would just reply, well, right, it couldn't happen for you or me, but this is Jesus we're talking about. And yes, we do take it on faith. But if we're going to start picking and choosing what we're going to believe, and then according to Augustine, we don't believe in the Bible, we believe in ourselves. So he walks on the water out to them, and of course they're afraid. They're concerned when they see him because they've never seen this either. It's not like Mark's not trying to make a case that back in those days everybody just did this. No, it was never before done. It was a once in a all creation moment that he did this. So they're all afraid, but he spoke to them and told them to take heart and not to be afraid. But then he got into the boat with them, and that's when the wind ceased and things changed. When he was with them, their problems faded into the background. What a lesson for us today. There are all sorts of winds of turmoil around us. If you live in a very peaceful state of mind and you don't know what I'm talking about, then apparently you're not like looking at the news ever. There are all sorts of reasons that we could find, logical reasons we could find to be concerned and upset and afraid and terrified. But when Jesus is with us, we can know that it's going to be okay. And a lot of times, Jesus' presence with us does not calm everything around us, it calms us. Jesus in our sick bed doesn't always touch us and heal us and work a miracle. He sometimes just calms our hearts and our spirits. We know that we can trust him. We know that we can have peace in the midst of the storm. Can Jesus calm the storm? Absolutely. Jesus still does miracles. Jesus still works in ways that are hard for us to understand, but still he does. And it's just incumbent upon us to look for him, to seek to have fellowship with him, to draw close to him, and find that he will calm our hearts too. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you again next time. God bless.